Next we're going to be fitting the steering rack ends, so just notice, I've put one on here already, just by identifying you'll notice that the top has got a small circular mould. That's the top, so that when we actually put these brackets on, okay, the thread should be facing the bottom. Okay, now to put them on, quite simply, it's threaded, making sure that that's facing the top. Place your bracket over the end and then just gently making sure that it's square, start to screw it on. Okay, if it gets too tight, just back it off slightly, because what you're doing is you're actually applying thread to the plastic. Once again, back it off a bit more and then back it off. Okay, until we know that the thread is at the right place and it's up against this end. Now, in the instructions it says about applying a small amount of super glue to the ends. Now, you shouldn't need to do that if you've done that properly. So once again, as you can see, if you can see that properly, that's the parts on there. Okay, so once you've done that, put that aside and we'll continue with the next part of this stage. Now, take the steering gear and once again, noticing the position so that the circle is placed to the top, take your steering gear and then place it over the top of the steering so that it actually sits in that position like so. Once you've tested that and you're happy with that, get some glue. You can either use super glue or you can use ABS adhesive and glue that into position and allow that to dry. Next, take your steering column and your steering pinion gear from stage 25 and notice that the top of the gear where it sticks out needs to go over the top of the shaft like so. Once you're happy with that, apply a little glue and glue that into position. Now take your shaft and place that down through the centre of the monocoque, through the hole, and out the other side where the steering's going, making sure that the gear jumps over the top like so. You'll notice it won't go any further. And then take your steering assembly that we did earlier, and all we're going to do is we're just going to be laying it in there just so that you can see how that all works. So once it's in there, just place it over the top, and you'll notice that will move backwards and forwards, and then once the rest of the assembly is ready, that will all fit into position.